So given the random spins on the ratings and everything, James McCaskey starts off at quarterback with a 78 overall. And obviously the numbers are being worn strictly because of their position in the JPDL Fantasy Football League this year. Number 6 is Mitchell Daigle, a 77 overall running back. He's going to be more of the power back. I expect a lot from him. Will Fitzgerald, honestly, he has an argument to be the best wide receiver in this simulation. He is great. And then to complement him, Nick Mills, he's going to be the route runner while Will Fitzgerald is going to be more of the speedster. Nick is going to probably have a lot to prove. Number 5, I can't wait to see it. And obviously, this is what was crazy. The tight end that was selected, he was the only player with X factor. Gilchrist Kwanzaa has a lot to prove. And this New England team, in their first preseason game, will be taking on a tough defense in the San Francisco 49ers. And, I expect just a good game. And let's see how this sounds. I just want to go ahead and just, test this out. We have the Patriots taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The rookies will have a chance to finally prove themselves in the first preseason game. And this is just giving you a rundown of how it's going to be like. So, starting off, the Patriots get the ball first, okay? Quarterback James McCaskey is looking to start off the preseason right. But right now, the New England Patriots are going to run the ball with Mitchell Daigle, who's going to try to break his... Oh, my God. He gets absolutely rocked. And this is not the first time. We go into second down, and he gets rocked again. He's 2 rushes, 1 yard. He's not able to get it going to third down. And this is where, we need James McCaskey to really get the offense out of a rut to start the preseason game. James McCaskey throws, finds tight end Gilchrist Kwanzaa. I mean, this guy, he's a brute coming out of college. He looks the part. He plays the part. And he's just an intimidating guy. Let's go to 1st and 10, first quarter. They run a motion play. Looking for it. James McCaskey gives it to Mitchell Daigle, who, again, just can't get space. He is known as a power back at Tech. He was drafted, and right now he's looking like trash. They're going to go 5 wide on 2nd and 9. Hopefully they find somebody, one of their wide receivers. They have 2 great wide receivers. Here they go with one of them, Will Fitzgerald, who catches it. Rookie Will Fitzgerald out of Virginia Tech, wearing the number 4 this year. But they also have Nick Mills, who's rocking the number 5, and we're hearing a lot of good things from Nick Mills in practice. They go with a fullback dive, but they're not able to get it, and that's going to force 4th down. And so they ended up punting the ball, but we were able to get it back. This is preseason, so everyone gets 1 quarter. James McCaskey will have a chance to come out here and do something. He throws a quick pass. That's almost intercepted. And he's going up against the 49ers defense, who is playing their starters in preseason, and they are one of the greatest in the league. Going to 3rd and 6, actually, because we ran a play, didn't go nowhere. James McCaskey throws on a critical 3rd down, and he does not convert, forcing 4th and 6. And honestly, I think that's going to do it for the New England Patriots. I don't believe they get another shot. They do not. And this game ends up being somewhat of a, San Francisco come out with the loss. Patriots win. But, what we saw in the first quarter, the New England fans are not happy with what they're seeing, at least in preseason. Nothing too special. Do they see maybe flickers of hope? I don't know. Maybe Gilchrist Kwanzaa, that 1 catch from him shows a little bit of hope. But overall, this New England Patriots preseason game was somewhat of a bust. I expect great things. I did expect quarterback James McCaskey to be a better thrower of the football coming out of the gate, and to see what he did in this preseason, although it was only like a couple of passes, throwing short passes. That's not what I saw from him in college. We saw more of a long throws, more awareness, more pocket presence. And Mitchell Daigle, if they want to win, that run game's got to be going. But while that was playing, preseason game number 2 played off with the second team, the New York Jets, headlined by a couple of key essential players in the JPDL. Let's go into the players that we were creating at the time. We have quarterback Ahmad Montague with 79 overall, as we stated he would be. Going in, looking at Chris Diaz, the running back, a 77 overall. But we got to admit, the Jets probably have a better team. Ethan Bigby, 79 overall. Number 1, that wide receiver is someone you're going to want to look at. I think he's going to get a lot of catches, a lot of time with the ball, and I think he's going to show a lot of agility and balance, being that playmaker at wide receiver. But also, Mark Luther, a complimentary number 2. He's going to be the route runner. I think he's going to have a lot to do with this offense, and he's going to play somewhat of a good game and, flow off of Ethan well. And then finally, James Ball, the tight end that everyone's looking at. He looked up to Gronk at a young age, and, he plays kind of like it. So this is going to be a game where we see exactly what the other team, the New York Jets, have to offer when it comes to playing good football. And I'm excited to see this preseason game. It is preseason, remember, so we cannot take this at face value, but it's a good indicator of what's going to happen. Starting off at 1st and 10, we have Ahmad Montague sitting in the back, a single back formation, Ethan in motion. We're looking, it's Chris Diaz who will run with the ball. He'll pick up 1 yard. I don't know what's going on with these running backs. You know, Mitchell Daigle can't get any yards, and Chris Diaz struggling to get yards. But Chris is also a pretty good catcher of the football, so I expect him to get a lot of catches as well. Ahmad drops back, looking, throwing. I can't see anything, but it's caught by Ethan Bigby. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm looking for in the preseason. We're looking for plays like that. I told you to watch number 1. He is that guy, and Ahmad Montague finding him. Ahmad's also somewhat of a runner, so if we can get him running, that would be great. Chris Diaz running, and again, he gets stuffed. I'm surprised he even got back to the line of scrimmage. I thought that was a -1 yard, but he's pissed. He's looking mad out there on the field. 2nd and 10, Ahmad. It's looking like we're going to have to throw, being in 5-wide formation. He steps back, drops back, looking. He's seeing somebody. He sees something. Mark Luther with the catch. Hey, man, I'm not going to lie. This is already more exciting than the New England Patriots game by far. Mark getting what looks to be the biggest play that we have seen in this episode. Mark Luther catching what looks to be a great ball. While contested is crazy. I did not expect that from Mark, but if Mark can, make his mark as the number 2 wide receiver on his team, things are going to go well. 1st and 10, they're going to run. They're actually going to throw it here, throwing it to James Ball, who picks up 2nd and 4, and that's what we like, that's what we expect. And after an absolute idiotic play from Chris Diaz on this part where he just can't pick up the first, and he looked like he had yards to go, it's now 3rd and 2 here. And Ahmad looking, finding it, almost picked off out of the hands of Ethan Bigby. No one expects that from him, but they're going to actually go for the field goal. And I think if the Jets want to work this thing out, we're hearing a lot of things about Ahmad and Chris Diaz in camp not getting it right. Oh, my God, the Jets missed the field goal. I can't. But Chris and Ahmad, they're going to have to get it together if they want any chance of winning games in the NFL. This is different than college. Now, looking, after that miss, they somehow get the ball back. Remember, it's the first quarter in a preseason game, so you have 2 minutes to prove yourself. Ahmad Montague on a play-action pass, throwing it deep, finds Mark Luther with another catch. Is Mark actually the wide receiver number 1 on his team? I don't know, but he's playing like it. I honestly thought that Mills and Will Fitzgerald on the New England Patriots were going to be the better dynamic duo in the wide receiver, aspect of things. But this New York Jets team, they're cooking with those two. Ahmad Montague dropping back, long drop back, and he gets hit. This is not something you want to see from your rookie quarterback, especially the New York Jets, after last season with Aaron Rodgers, or actually 2 years ago with Aaron Rodgers suffering that injury. To get hurt in the preseason would be like one-upping Aaron Rodgers, and we don't want that. Ahmad cannot be getting hit like that. It's 2nd and 18 with 1:30 left, so there's no way that Ahmad and them are going to be able to play the second quarter. So they have literally this drive to prove themselves. James Ball makes the pass, makes the catch, and that goes for 6 yards. I mean, a modest gain. 3rd and 13. Can we get something? What does the offensive coordinator dial up here? A screen play. Chris has space. Chris will be running. He's going to pick it up. And he doesn't pick it up. And that counts as a running play. So I guess that does mean that he got to run. But they punted it. And that was the last drive for the New York Jets. And obviously, as you can see, the backups got killed in a 20-3 game. But this is a good example of what we're going to be seeing in these further episodes. We're going to be seeing whole games. We're going to be seeing whether or not the New England Patriots are going to be better than the New York Jets. In this rivalry, we'll see them 2 times a year. This is perfect. This is a simulation that I am really going to try to make as perfect as possible. And honestly, looking at the preseason game number 1, the New York Jets obviously took it. They look like the better offense. And they look like the better team, in all honesty, compared to New England. New England's got a lot of growth, but I do think, given the random overalls, Patriots have better overall players and an X factor. So we'll see how that goes. But that ends the episode for today.